Leadership is an action. It's a verb. It's not a position, it's not a title, it's a movement. You have the power, the opportunity to move positive change and leave a lasting legacy.
Please join me in welcoming Angela.
Leadership is a journey. We don't need to conform to the traditional constructs of leadership. We can make this our own. This room has an opportunity to redefine what leadership means. You got here. Not only are you impacting society in the world of work, but you are impacting the organization where you're at.
Angela's presentation was so good today.
She was awesome, really engaging.
She's a CEO of Call for Culture. Call for Culture is an organization that applies psychology, anthropology, and sociology to the science of culture development and change.
What I find in working with organizations is typically the true values and the culture comes through during crisis and when people are under pressure. And that's how we are as humans, right?
She did an amazing job. She did a great job of balancing the interaction, as well as kind of the mood and the motivation of the team.
I think we all just need a collective hug.
She's so personable. She has a lot of expertise and explains things very well to help me take it back and understand what I need to do.
Angela, I am betting on you. I'm so excited about your career trajectory, and I'm really honored that you were on the podcast today.
What do you want your lasting legacy to be? It's not so much about authority and ruling, it's about doing. It's about the action. It's about taking things from intent to impact. And we all have an opportunity to do this differently, to shape it, and shed what we've been conditioned about leadership. You can be clear and kind at the same time. You can be vulnerable, courageous. All these things can happen at the same time. So how can we get out of that box of traditional leadership and start to shape this into our own? And you don't need to be in a formal position of leadership to do leadership. Anyone can be a leader if they choose, because leadership is a choice. It's a choice we make every day. I became a plant mom during the pandemic. I like to think about culture as kind of tending a garden. You're constantly making sure that the environment is right. You're making sure the soil is supporting the ecosystem that you're building. Because what happens when you don't tend to a garden? It creates weeds, right? So we want to make sure our culture is healthy.
How do you hold a culture, an organization, accountable?
I think we've normalized working and functioning in shitty cultures that are not meeting our needs.
Yeah.
We are social learning beings, and we like to do things together. So I think an attractive culture looks like creating organic community where people from different backgrounds, different perspectives are celebrated. What opportunities do you have to increase belonging and psychological safety in the spaces that you lead? In reality, if you haven't created the conditions, the environment where psychological safety exists for a diverse workforce, those people are going to leave.
Angela was great. She was great today. She's great yesterday. Really enjoyed it. She spent a lot of time with research.
Leadership is hard because you're serving others and you're having to look in the mirror oftentimes to ensure that you're role modeling the behavior you're looking for other people to exemplify. That's a really hard journey to be on. Leaders need an accountability partner, whether it's the executive team or somebody who's checking in, because that is the consistency and predictability around it. The consistency is culture. And that's what people, I think, don't realize is, again, they throw a program at the wall and they say, oh, all right, walk away. The consistency is what creates the predictability and really shifts the culture. You all inspire me, and I hope that you all go out into the world and create positive change and impact. Thank you, everybody.